HBCU Go has teamed up with Mr. Sway in the morning. Sway Calloway and his company Polaris has decided to partner with HBCU Go. What does this mean, and what could it mean potentially for some of the black colleges across the country? I think some good stuff may come from this. I guess we just have to wait and see. Let's talk about it after the bumper. Stay tuned. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsYJr YouTube, Facebook, wherever you get your podcast. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get right to it. Variety put out an article earlier this week. It says Polaris partners with Byron Allen's HBCU Go to create exclusive content for AMG properties. It goes on to say Polaris, the television network and digital platform owned by radio personalities Sway Calloway and Raheem Dukes, is partnering with Byron Allen's Allen Media Group free streaming digital platform HBCU Go in an exclusive deal to create content for the video on-demand service as well as AMG's other properties, including Degree Up. The programming will be focused on culture, music, and news with special coverage around the cultural moments, including the special celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip-hop and an investigative series around Jam Master Jay. It's important for us to showcase not only the amazing sports and news programming, but also the heartbeat of HBCU and Black experience, said Byron Allen, the founder and chairman and CEO of Allen Media Group parent company HBCU Go. This new partnership with Polaris will provide excellent programming for our HBCU Go audiences, highlighting music, Black culture, and more. Let's see. We go on to say... this is what's going on with HBCU Go and Sway in the morning. Now, what does this have to do with anything, right? Well, it has to do with a lot because hip hop and HBCU culture, it's like a hand in glove fit. It goes hand in hand. And I don't know anything about this, but when you partner with someone, typically your partners can work together. HBCU Go does what? They broadcast SWAC games. HBCU Go does what? They do things around the SWAC. They're a partner. They're the leading distributor of SWAC content or of SWAC football content, SWAC content in general, football, basketball, women's basketball, men's basketball, all kinds of stuff. And so when you partner with the Polaris, a hip hop company essentially owned by a hip hop legend, a hip hop radio media legend anyway, and Sway in the morning, then I think you could see some really cool stuff take place on the campuses of different SWAC schools. Now, I don't know this. I don't know what's going on. But if you have Sway in the morning, who is connected to each and every single hip-hop R&B act over the last 20, 25 years, 25 to 30 years, really, then we could potentially see things happening at different universities that are incorporated with the SWAC. I think that is amazing. I think that is really dope. I think that is going to create and build some opportunities at some of these different schools across the SWAC, at the Jackson States, at the FAMUs, at the Gramblins, at the Prairie Views, at the Texas Southern, et cetera, Mississippi Valley, Alcorn, Alabama A&M, Alabama State. It's going to give them opportunities to potentially do some cool stuff with some hip hop acts outside of just homecoming. Now, we know at every homecoming, there's some dope stuff that happens with hip hop. There's some dope stuff that happens, all across the country, all across the SWAC, all across those universities with hip hop acts. But maybe you have, a feature piece about an E40 who comes from Grambling, right? Like maybe you have a piece about some of the hip hop people or some of the dope musicians in the hip hop space that maybe we don't know about at some of these schools, right? Like, I don't know, maybe I know the former manager of Lil Wayne went to Jackson State. So, like, maybe you do something like that. Maybe that's what the connection with Polaris is able to do. They said they're celebrating the 50th year of hip-hop. Well, E40 went to Grambling. He's from Cali, from the Bay, went to Grambling, just donated $100,000 to Grambling, right? So maybe there's something there where you can put together a feature piece about E40 during his time on campus at Grambling. Or Cortez, I'm pretty sure his name's Cortez, who's the manager of Lil Wayne during his time at Jackson State, right? And maybe you do some stuff like that. I'm just really throwing things at the wall. But when you have partnerships like this, common mutual interest, that is when things like this are created. We've been asking as a Black culture to have Black-owned media, do some dope Black-owned stuff. And this is something dope. Two Black-owned media companies coming together, one that's mainly sports, news, and entertainment, coming together with a really great musical type of platform, coming together and hopefully putting together some really, really dope stuff that includes these historically Black colleges and universities across the SWAC, and maybe even across different HBCUs outside of the SWAC, maybe some in the MEAC or whatever. Now, I can only think of two, but you guys as alumni, drop in the comments, what is a dope music concept or music story, a hip-hop, R&B type of story that comes out of your favorite HBCU or out of an HBCU that you know? What is a dope hip-hop connection at Valley or at Alcorn? I named one from Grambling and one from Jackson State, but one from FAM, one from Alabama State, one from Alabama A&M that maybe HBCU Go can explore. Maybe they see this video, maybe they see your comments, maybe Polaris sees this video or sees your comments and is able to say, hey, that's a story I think we could do. It's the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Hip-hop has touched each and every part of this country. Hip-hop has touched each and every part of the world, honestly. And a lot of the greats, whether it was a producer, a musician, a singer, an engineer, or whatever, an artist, some of them came from some of these schools down in the SWAC. And so tell us the stories, and hopefully Polaris, along with HBCU Go and AMG Media, is able to tell some of those stories. Some of them are just easy, though. Like E40, that's easy. That's a given. Mount Westmore, E40, Grambling, that's easy, especially when you just gave them a check to improve their music program at Grambling. You know, Tez out of Jackson State, that's easy. That's easy. Managing Lil Wayne, all the connections that he could possibly, all the things, memories that he was able to make on the road or whatever, that's easy. But drop some of the ones that people may or may not know about in the comments down below as we celebrate the 50th anniversary of hip-hop in HBCU Go, partnering with Sway in the Morning to make something dope like this happen. I love everything about this. We continue to see the growth and elevation of HBCU Go. Allen Media Group is killing it right now. They just signed a Judge Mathis. They're going to have programming with Judge Mathis after he was, his show was canceled after 24 years on the air. And now you follow that up, you team up with Judge Mathis, and then you follow that up, AMG, with partnering with Sway in the Morning. I think this is some dope stuff happening, man, but I really think this is really, really good for those SWAC programs. When I keep saying SWAC programs, because I know that they have a deal with HBCU Go, I think potentially other HBCU conferences could be joining that HBCU Go team. I just don't know, but I know that the SWAC is already partnered with them, and this could be really, really good. So for some of the things that they could end up doing in the future, and hopefully we have some dope feature pieces about some of the legends from the SWAC that have made an impact in the hip-hop community. Leave your favorite in the comment, your favorite SWAC person, someone who came from your SWAC HBCU that made an impact in hip-hop. Let us know, so maybe just maybe we see their story in this collaboration partnership between Polaris and HBCU Go. My name is JeffLightsyJr. This is the Victory Formation Sports Show right here on JeffLightsyJr. YouTube, Facebook, and wherever you get your podcasts. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe. Also, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JLightsy7. That is on Twitter and Instagram at JLightsy7. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you next time. Peace.